Hello friends. Welcome to another watercolor tutorial. We're painting kind of like a winter, a warm winter scene today. So yeah, let's just get right into it. I am tempting fate. My child is having a nap and I am hoping I can finish this before she wakes up. And I already filmed a 25-minute tutorial, so I'm really tempting fate at this point in time. So I am trying to figure out what blue I want for this painting. I'll take this one. Any blue will do, guys. Don't be caught up on the blue. I taped my piece of paper so that it's a square, so it doesn't matter what position that you have it in. I guess if you have it in landscape, maybe it would make more sense that way, but don't get too hung up on what orientation you want the piece of paper to be in. I actually should have started with the horizon line, which is going to be just below the midpoint, probably around here. And I'm gonna try to make it a nice straight across, like so. And then the blue, I'm gonna kind of connect those with a lilac. Although that just looks like more yellow. That's all right. Can barely see the purple in there, but I will accept it. So then just below that yellow line, I'm going to take blue. Technically you should wait until that yellow dries, but we're gonna have like a thing separating those two anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. I'm gonna take a red or something like that. Oh, that's orange, oh wow. I'm gonna take a lilac or a purple or something along those lines. Add that in. I want yellow just below it. And finally, the corner will be kind of like a blue. And then rinse the brush and sort of go over them as a whole to blend them together nicely. I hope that was on the camera because it kind of went off for a bit. So that's going to be our background. We just need to wait for this to dry and then we can continue on to the next step. All right, that took longer than usual to dry because I have to be quiet. I had to use the dryer on the low stance to not wake the baby. So I'm taking like I would say it's a maroon color, but I'm gonna mix a bit of brown into it because I don't want it to be too red. And we're gonna go over that, what was supposed to be our horizon line. Oh, Julia, you are not the brightest bulb today. I forgot to do something. I was gonna make this so beautiful. I wanted to add a sun here and then kind of like take off the paint for the rays. What a bummer. Okay, I'm still gonna try and do that. So we're going to rinse my brush really well so there is no red on it. The sun is gonna be here. So keep in mind, this was blow dried. I don't know if this is gonna work, but we can try. I'm taking, perfect. See, I just took paper towel. And then this part's a bit tricky, but I'm gonna have, oh, my baby's awake, guys. I'm gonna have to pause this. Darn it. But I want some sun rays. Going out. So it's cauliflowering a little bit, which is of course not what I would have liked, but at least we have sun rays. Okay, it's good. I'm happy that we could at least achieve that. So my baby is awake, but she's kind of entertaining herself. So I'm gonna just keep going. I probably have like 3 minutes left, if that. But see, the yellow and the blue kind of mixed together, which was not the intention. So try to cover that up. Just keep in mind, you don't want, oh my gosh, the sun rays. I should have used a hairdryer. Shoot. And my baby's awake. She's crying. Sorry guys, let's pause this. I mean, I'll come back to it. You won't. Welcome back, my friends. Or I guess me welcome back, because you won't notice any difference. But baby is down for nap number 3 of the day, which is kind of crazy. I think it's because she's teething. She's exhausted. And, you know, I was about to eat lunch. I looked at her, and her eyes were doing this. Yeah, you can just tell. You can just tell when your baby is about to hit the hay. And so I was like, okay, do I eat lunch or do I paint? And you can see what my priority is. It is certainly painting. So yeah, I've taken that maroon brown color, and I am just, it's kind of hard to angle my brush sideways because the horizon is not very thick, so it's kind of hard to achieve the look that I'm going for without making it wider. Because if I go like, oh man, my baby's awake again. That was quick. That was like 3 minutes. Maybe she'll put herself to sleep. And so I'm watering down the sides here because the closer we get to the sun, like I want it to really be very light where the sun is supposed to be shining. I'm just gonna try and pick up where I painted over here. My water is kind of pink. The toilet paper trick works really well. So that's pretty good. Okay. You know what I forgot to do? Oh no. It's not that I forgot to, it's just I had to go. I couldn't finish what I was doing, but when this was wet, we were supposed to do wet and wet and add these beautiful clouds, but I can't do that now. Now that I painted the horizon, I can't even paint water over it and do it again. That is a big bummer. I'm really tempted to just paint over. Yeah, you know what? Let's try this. But I'm kind of tempting fate because the baby is awake. So I'm taking water, just water on my paintbrush, and painting over this whole thing. And then I'm going to take, you can take whatever colors you want, but I'm going to take like maroon and purple and add cloud. That's more of a pink. That is definitely not purple. I'm just adding clouds. I have a wicked headache right now. I haven't had a headache in a very long time, and I think it's just a culmination of all of the lack of sleep, the horrible sleep I've been getting. Like, what is 8 hours of sleep? I would pay big money to be able to sleep a full night again. Anyway, stay on point, Julia. So I'm taking some orange. I'm gonna add the orange just to the bottom of the clouds. I think I should have actually done the opposite. I should have done orange first and then purple on the bottom. But that's okay, it'll kind of look like a little reflection. And I'm gonna take the purple again as we get closer to the horizon. I've been looking at the realtor website a lot recently, and every house that I really like naturally is very expensive. Not because I have expensive tastes. I have very, I would say, wholesome tastes, modest tastes. I mean, I live in an 800 square foot house, but my wants are a newer house so that it doesn't have any issues, because I'm done with dealing with issues. And I wonder what it must be like as not a millennial, but well, maybe some millennials, but boomers, to look at these houses and be like, yes, I can afford any of this, and so I can go and pick and choose what I want. Because my generation, unless they have a very good job, that's just not a thing. That's not possible. You can't even get a mortgage. Can't even qualify for a down payment that would, anyway. Like, my total mortgage qualification is the down payment of some of these houses. Sorry, end rant. We're gonna paint a tree, a wild tree that's gonna start about here. And it's just gonna have, oh, Julia, you are so... Let's let this dry first before we paint stuff on top of it. Okay, hopefully that's dry now. Ay caramba, I tell ya. Anyway, my neighbor just, or one of, like, I call them neighbors, but they're pretty far away, because we live pretty rurally. He just listed his house, which is like, I almost couldn't believe how much he listed his house for, because there is no way that our house is even close to that in value, unless I'm really out of touch with real estate. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with this whole rant of mine. Oh yes, I remember that. Looking at these houses and like dreaming, oh, it would be nice to just be like, yeah, I can afford this, and put an offer on a house. And that's how some of these people must be thinking. Like, there's a new development in town, in the village, and the homes are outrageously priced, in my opinion. But what do I know about real estate? They're quite small for the price range. And tiny lots, and they're selling. Somehow people are buying them, and I just don't understand. It's mostly old people buying them. Like, it's basically a retirement community that they've created there. I mean, the village I live close to is basically a retirement community, but, and I mean that in a very loving way, not in a judgmental way. It's just the population is much older. But yeah, I don't know how people can afford these homes my age, and like, obviously there's a subset of people that are doctors and have huge salaries, but anywho's. Meanwhile, I live in an 800 square foot house with a child, and my pantry is in my bedroom. That is where I store all my food. I paint in my tiny bathroom. I think I might have a big headache because I haven't eaten yet. Like, I haven't eaten lunch. Obviously, I ate breakfast, but I was like, okay, do I eat lunch or do I take this moment to finish this painting? But we are almost done, I think, so. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a bit of blue, maybe a navy blue, and that's what's gonna be the shadow of these trees. Okay. So the effect of this is not as, dramatic as I was hoping for, because my sun, I totally forgot about the sun at the beginning, which is a real big bummer, because I had high hopes for this one. We can add like little grassy patches. Although I don't think that looks that nice, so maybe I'll just stop doing that. I will add a single bird. And I think I might just end it there, because I'm not really sure what else to do. I mean, I might darken this area here, because the shadowy part that's closest to the tree should be a bit darker. But other than that, I'm not really sure what else to add. It'll just be kind of a simple, it's not really a November themed painting, but they don't all have to coordinate with the month. So Oh, I wish I didn't peel that tape off because now I thought of something. I would have added like a dark foreground branch spanning across, but we'll just keep it at that. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and I will be sure to see you in the next tutorial.